Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my introduction to ebook chapter 2. Ebook being titled "The Power of Day Trading." Now, I wanted to again share my story with you because it'll start to help people realize almost why we're doing what we're doing. And I say that people often ask me at seminars and so on why I sought to become an index trader as opposed to becoming a CFD trader or becoming an options trader or in fact becoming a share trader. Now, it all started when I went to, literally massive trading seminars, and I found out that almost every company in the seminar was offering some sort of disc or some sort of folder or some sort of trading technique that filtered out the top 20 possibilities. Here are the top 20 possible buys, here are the top 20 possible sells, do this, do that. And I thought, wow, as an uneducated person, I thought, wow, you're going to show me the top 20. That's great. But then I sort of asked the question, well, sure, you're going to give me the top 20, but how do I determine the best one to buy or, in fact, the best one to sell? Now, almost every single company sort of looked at me and went, aha, the final choice is up to your discretion. And I said, well, up to my discretion. Well, that's great. However, I've actually got no power of discretion because I'm not an experienced trader. I don't know what BHP is doing. I don't know what Rio's doing or ANZ or CBA. I actually have no power of discretion. Now, I didn't know anything about the companies. I didn't know anything about them in intricate detail. And so literally I said to them, well, how can I actually make an educated decision if you're giving me 10, 20, 30 different stocks to choose from? The only response I got was almost always a stupid look, as if to say, well, duh, yeah, well, we do the background work, but then you've got to go and make your decision. And I thought, well, that's great, but if I want to be a successful day trader, what you're actually asking me to do is lined with inaccuracy, and I needed something that was far more accurate and far more precise. Now, I say that there are three key reasons why I trade an index in preference to any other product available in the market. Now, if you are giving serious consideration to becoming a day trader, and you are in fact very serious about being profitable, then I want to inspire you to use the following 3 points to help you evaluate the trading option that is best for you. Now, as I mentioned these 3 points, I'm going to build on them because this was when I literally had my stop press moment. This is when I had a massive realization about an apparent market secret. There is actually truth in trading, and with all the smoke screens and all the blah blah that's out there, I actually didn't realize I would find that truth. Now, the three key questions that I want you to ask are literally these. Can I trade both up and down and make money regardless of the direction the market travels? The last 18 months, we've been up and down and up and down and up and down like a yo-yo. Key point is, can you trade in both directions and can you benefit from a rising and a falling market? That is one of the key reasons why I started index trading. The second, can I trade without a market maker? And the answer to this question is a categoric yes, you can. Now, in preceding chapters, I'm going to talk about market makers, but I really want you to ask that question and be very upfront about it. Can I trade this instrument without a market maker? The reason I asked that question is I found out that market makers make a huge amount of money out of you trading, regardless of whether you're actually making any money at all. So please be very careful when you're assessing a financial instrument to pick one that actually gives you the best chance of being profitable, i.e., don't trade with a market maker. And finally, and the third key point was, do I have to trade an individual stock or an individual commodity and carry the risk of that stock or commodity plummeting in the opposite direction to what I want it to go? So for example, in the case of buying a company or buying a commodity, what have I got to protect me against the price of oil or the price of gold plummeting tomorrow? Now the key point is, do you have to trade individual stocks or commodities? Absolutely not. And in the case of the S&P 500, as an index, you can trade the top 500 companies in the US. What does that mean? You don't have any interest in General Motors Holden or any interest in Microsoft. You just have an interest in the index. And I actually didn't know when I first started you could trade an index. Now I know, let me tell you, you can, and you can have an absolute ball trading in both directions without market makers. Now, I raise these points as they helped me filter through the hype. Now, I needed a bit of a hand when I was first looking at trading because I'd never actually traded before. I found that there were advertisements everywhere. They were on TV, they were on radio, they're on the internet, they're in the papers. They're all making huge promises about this and huge promises about that. But ultimately, I needed to know whether there was truth in the market. I needed to get through the smoke and mirrors and all the hype that was out there. And I actually wanted an honest opinion about, how to trade, when to do this and when to do that. And in fact, that is actually when I had my stop press moment. Let me tell you, it was an ultimate life-changing moment. After a huge amount of research into trading and attending different courses and all this kind of stuff, I actually discovered that there was a company that marks your buy and your sell signals for you live in a live trading room and does this with incredible success. It does it with brilliant success. Now, I say this, I didn't actually know that there were people out there that would mark your signals for you live. Now, to bring it into context, they actually have a pro trader tell you when to get in and when to get out, mark to market or physically to the second. Now, this is when the penny dropped for me because I realized, well, you know what? I can actually tap into the pro trader's experience in the market and I could do this instantly. How? By literally just logging into the room and watching what he was doing. I also realized that I could benefit from their know-how. Now for me, this meant I didn't have to research stocks. I didn't have to decide on the top 20. There was no top 20 to choose here or choose there. There were no top 20 commodities. All of that crap was actually filtered out. And what I realized is, well, you know what? I don't have to use your outdated education packages and your top 20 recommendations, all this kind of stuff. I could actually seek guidance live from the pro trader, and if I had a question, actually get the answer almost instantly. Suddenly I found myself in a position where I could actually make an informed decision about the best option for me, buy or sell. In fact, there's a guy telling me when to get in and when to get out to the second. And I thought, well, this is kind of good. And what I realized is for the first time, I was going to be fully informed about an investment decision prior to actually making it. And what I realized is this actually gave me enormous power over some of the instruments I'd evaluated in the past. Now, over the next 3 chapters, I'm going to get into detail about why we trade an index, why we don't use market makers, and ultimately how powerful this is. I'll keep you updated on the chapter development. Have a wonderful day and bye for now.